I am here with a video for you today showing you guys my go-to makeup techniques. Now, for me, this technique works with any eyeshadow, working from darkest on the outside, going lightest to the inside. This is the look I created. So if you guys want to see my go-to makeup techniques, just keep on watching. So first off, my first makeup technique would be if you're working on your eyeshadow or you're trying to make an eye look, I would definitely work with your eyeshadow before doing your foundation. And also another thing to keep, from your eyeshadow getting messy, I like to use the shadow shields, the originals. I don't even know if they come out in other shapes or anything. But these are the ones that I like to use. So I'm gonna pop these out just to keep things clean and crisp. So I like to apply these, and this is how I apply them. So I go right under my lashes. So I'm gonna go right under my lashes, line it up with my lower lash line, and kind of line it up with my eyebrow as well. And then just place it there. Okay, so next what I am going to do is I'm going to definitely prime my eyelids, and I don't use the traditional eyeshadow primer. I feel like any concealer that I'm using at the time works for me. So now that I've added concealer to my eyelids, I'm going to set that concealer. And you can use I use any basic cream white eyeshadow and just set that. This will make your eyeshadows blend a lot smoother. So I always go in with a transition shade. Doesn't matter what I'm doing with my eye look that day, I will always apply a transition shade. So the first transition shade that I will be going in with today is the Makeup, what is it? It's from Makeup Geek and it's called Creme Brulee. And you can just grab any big fluffy brush. The one I'm using today is from Morphe. And you're just gonna pop that in the crease. So when adding your eyeshadow, the best makeup technique that I can give you is when you're going to apply your product to your eye, start where you want the most product. So where I want it to be darkest or where I want most of my product to be shown is here on the outside crease. So I'm gonna start here and then blend in. That way most of the product is deposited where I want it and then slowly blending in. Depending on the eye look, whether it's dramatic, whether it's a simple one. If it's a dramatic look, I would suggest maybe going in with more transition shades than you would with a simple eyeshadow look. So for that, I'm going to add another transition shade, and I'm going to go in with a different brush, and I'm going to use the Sigma Blending E25. I'm going to go in with the color Frappe from Makeup Geek. And with that, I'm just gonna place it a little lower than the original transition color. Starting from the outside, working in. Sometimes the way you lay your brush is really gonna determine how your eye look is going to come out. So if I lay my brush this way, there's gonna show more of this color on my eyelid, and if I turn my brush this way, it will be a little bit more placed where I want it. And then I like to go in with my original blending brush and blend that some more. So moving on to the lid, I'm gonna add a little color. That way you guys can see that this really can work with any kind of colors. I'm going to use the purple today. And I'm gonna add this to my middle part of my lid. And this is the BH Cosmetics 28 color eyeshadow palette. And I'm just gonna take a flat eyeshadow brush, like so. And add that to the middle part of my lid. Okay, so this color is not really showing up the way I like. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some Smashbox primer water to my, and this is also a great makeup technique. If you buy a cheap eyeshadow, spray some Fix Plus, spray, you know, add a little eye drops, add Smashbox, any really primer, water, anything that's, you know, that's like solution in it, and mix that, wet your brush with it, and look at the difference. Can you guys see the difference? So just to add a little bit more color to this, I'm gonna go into my Modern Renaissance palette and I'm going to add Love Letter to the outside corners. I've just deepened up the outer corner and then blended it all the way in. And we're gonna take the blending brush we used first and I'm gonna blend out all of the edges. Okay, so now that I've added Love Letter to the outer corners and blended it in, I'm going to add a little bit more of that purple. I'm really packing that color on, that way it comes out super vibrant, and also trying to blend it into the Love Letter. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add another color to the inner corner, that way we'll have a nice, you know, tri-color lid. I'm gonna mix Primavera and Vermeer together to get a nice shimmery champagne gold, and add that right to the inner corner. And blend that into the purple. It's a little messed up, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the blending brush that I used for the Love Letter, and I'm just gonna dust away any of that color I don't want there, or any of the eyeshadow I don't want there. Okay, so this is what we have. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add color to my brow bone, and I'm just gonna go with a white here from the Lorac Pro. And I'm gonna add that to the brow bone. And then I'm going to remove my shadow shields. And you have a nice crisp line. Okay, so I'm going to now add some eyeliner, and I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. And for this, when I do a winged liner, I kind of like to use my lashes as a guide. So I look straight forward into the mirror, and my lashes kind of go up, so I kind of just follow that trail. Another makeup technique that I love to use is when doing your eyeliner, if you make a mistake or if you want to fix or clean up anything, what you could do is just take a makeup wipe and use the tip of your finger just to wipe up anything, clean up anything you don't want there or any errors that you made. Just be careful not to wipe up or wipe away too much. Okay, so my makeup techniques for my face, definitely add a primer. So the primer I'm using today is the Primetime Foundation Primer, and I use this one because my skin can get a little dry. I really like the texture. I feel like it's not too dry. And believe it or not, a primer that is very, very popular just doesn't seem to work for me. It's the Benefit Professional. I feel like that primer makes me really break out, so I can't use it. The foundation I'm going to be using today is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. I haven't used this in a while, so I'm going to add this today. Okay, so now that I have my foundation applied, I'm going to apply my concealer. And I would go, for your concealer, I would go only 2 shades lighter than your skin tone or the color of your foundation. And always blend your concealer as far down as you can. Okay, so I'm going to set my face with the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. And I'm going to use a brush to do so. And take this right under my eyes. In tapping motions. Bringing it down to the cheeks. Okay, so I've added Cocoa Bear to my bottom lash line. Now for my last makeup technique is lashes. And if you have a hard time with applying lashes, hopefully these makeup techniques will help you. So today I'm gonna go in with Scarlet No. 8 from Huda Beauty. And these are a little bit more of a thicker, well, not a little bit. These are a thick band. I wouldn't suggest a thick band for a beginner. So I'm gonna tell you what really works for me and what has really helped me perfect applying a lash. So first off is you wanna make sure that your lashes fit your eye. When you buy lashes from the store, they are not universal for every eye, which can sometimes make your eyes look very droopy. So the lash glue that I really enjoy is the Strip Adhesive by Kiss. So I'm gonna apply a layer, not too much, but not too little. So, and you wanna make sure that you really have lash glue on the very end and the very tip. So another thing when I started applying lashes was I didn't wait for the glue to get tacky, which is very important. If you don't wait for the glue to get tacky, it will not stick to your eye. It's just gonna fall right off. So you wanna wait for a minute. This is how much glue I have applied on my lashes. I cannot apply my lashes without tweezers, which is fine. I don't think it's a big deal. So I always have tweezers in hand and I grab it at the root of the lash. And then what you're gonna do is you are going to look down. And I would really recommend one of these kinds of mirrors. So you're gonna look down and you're going to place your lash in the middle of your eye first. Like so. And set that at the end of your lash. And then the front. There we go, it's on now. So that's how your lash should look. So let's do the other side. A nice layer on the strip of the lash. Wait a couple seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna again take my tweezers and grab at the root of the lash. Look down. Place the lash in the middle of your eye. Okay, so I can feel the wet glue. Okay, and if it doesn't work, keep trying. Okay, so I'm having a little trouble. So, as you can see, the lash glue was not ready. So I'm gonna try again. And you guys, I'm learning just like you guys. There we go, I can feel it really sticky now. So now we have our lashes on. So if you guys feel like you can totally see your lash glue, go over it with some black eyeliner. I'm gonna go, my favorite black eyeshadow is from the Lorac Pro, the black that I have here. And just take a flat brush, eyeliner brush, and just tap a little over that glue. Just like that. There we go. I'm going to also use the color that I used for my brow bone here. I'm going to also use that for my inner corner just because we have so much shimmer. I'm gonna just go ahead and add a matte. But that way we still get that brightness. I'm gonna add that there. So I'm gonna do my hair and I'll come back and we'll do my lips in just a moment. Okay guys, so I've finished my hair. I've added some little rhinestones to the side of my eyes just to give this dramatic look, more dramaticness. I'm going to do a few little finishing touches to help blend your lashes a little bit better. I would suggest to add some mascara. And for that, I'm gonna use the Lash Paradise, and I'm just gonna bump my real lashes with the fake lashes and just kind of just tap like that, not really doing strokes. I'm just pushing them, whoops, we'll fix that. Pushing them together. And then of course your bottom lashes. So now that I've added my mascara, I'm going to now apply my lip color, and the color that I'm using is the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the color Stepping Out, and we're going with a nude just because our eyes are very dramatic. And I believe that is the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this and me being able to show you guys my makeup techniques that work for me, that may work for you as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.